whatever we're working on, and we use the handle for leverage to pry that nail out. Okay? So there's a claw hammer, and there's also another hammer that looks exactly like this, except this bit isn't twisted, this bit doesn't bend as much, it goes out almost flat. And that's known as a Rick hammer. Okay? Big bend in it, claw. The claw! Right? Or flatter, it's a rip hammer. It's meant for going through, beating the crap out of something, wiggling it in there, and then literally ripping shit apart.
Which one was the other name?
Okay? So claw for this. If this is flatter, rip. R.I.P. Okay? Ball peen hammer. Ball peen. Right? So ball peen hammer. Right? What are some differences in these hammers?
No claw.
No.
This one's got ball peen, no. So both these have peens. One has a claw, one has a ball. What else is different?
Smaller.
Skinnier, smaller. What else?
Wood.
One's wood and one's metal. Anybody know why? Can I used to do the same thing?
No.
No. Okay. Wood handled hammers are meant for working metal. Metal handled hammers are made for working wood.
Did not know that.
With an asterisk, because I'm going to tell you something different. We get to the end here. Okay? But if you go into the hardware store and you're looking at hammers, and you're looking at wood hammers or metal hammers, wood handled hammers are designed for working metal. Metal handled hammers are designed for working wood. Fiberglass is a little bit different because depending on the composites, but in general, wood for metal, everything else for wood.
When you say metal, do you mean like metal or like screws?
Like, if I want to beat the shit out of this,
Oh, okay. So metal.
metal. Okay?
Got it.
The reason for that is that everything has a natural harmonic frequency. So something that it vibrates the best at, some frequency that it vibrates the best at. Metal tends to vibrate much quicker than wood. Wood tends to vibrate much slower than that. If you were to take a metal handled hammer and hit metal to it, the natural vibrations that this sets up with the natural vibrations that this has will go through into your hand and jar your hand. Over time, a little bit of time working with this, hitting metal with a metal hammer will tire your arm out much faster than hitting metal with a wooden hammer. Okay?
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Okay? So, that's why we have wooden. Tack hammer. So, little teeny tiny. If you look at the end of it, you'll see at the back end of it, it's been cut, and that's been kind of jammed back together, hammered back together. So it's like a claw. It looks a little bit like a claw hammer where the claw's been closed on it. This is meant for grabbing tacks. This is meant for setting tacks. So when you were doing, if you're working on furniture and you need you're tacking things in with tacks and not staple gun. My grandmother used to do this for a living. So what she would do is you grab your small tacks, your small hammer, your small nails, put them in your mouth, get your hammer with one hand, go to spit a tack out, grab it with this end of the hammer, set it, so you just tap it just a little bit, enough so that you can hold the fabric, set the tack in so it's a little bit in the wood, turn this around, and hammer it home. Next tack comes out, pull the fabric, set it, drive it, set it, drive it, set it, drive it. Okay? So tack hammer.
Oh, but that's only to put fabric on stuff?
Yeah, because you're talking about nails that are this big, right? They're 3/8 or ½ inch long. They're small nails. The weight of this metal here on this is not a lot. You don't generate a lot of energy. So if you're trying to hammer in 3½ inch nails with this, you're just sort of hammering them in with the palm of your hand. There's just not enough energy generated with this to drive that nail. So you go with bigger hammers, heavier, so that as you swing this, you generate the energy. Okay. Hammers are hammers, if they're shaped like this, are called mallets. They do the same thing. We're using them to generate energy to hammer beat something in.
And also play croquet. And also play croquet.
And also play croquet. Okay? Yeah, except the queen wouldn't do this. Depending on the ends here, so these could be metal, these can be wood, these could be rubber, plastic. Each one of these serves a different purpose. When you get into woodworking or some of the other stuff, we'll let you know what these do. Okay? Wood mallets typically are used in woodworking to hammer your chisels. So this is one of the acceptance of woodworking tool, of a woodworking hammer, having a woodworking hammer. You're doing smaller work. You're not trying to drive a nail or nails in. A little bit more control. Wonder Bar. So Wonder Bar is like Kleenex or Coke. It was a brand name. You'll hear people refer to these as Wonder Bars, but more generically a pry bar.